We know that he was with his friends. And they went out on Horn Island, as Charles said. He was the only black teenager that was there. And, you know, all of them came back safely on the boat with his cell phone, Harvey. But Nolan's body was found washed up on the shore on Monday morning. His family is not accepting that it was an accidental drowning. They haven't been told anything, but that's been the suggestion, and they're not accepting that because Nolan was a college football player. He was a superior athlete. He was in great fitness and condition, and so for them to try to say, well, we got his phone, but we don't know where he's at, and then he turns up dead, they are not accepting it, and there are so many questions, so many contradictions.
Nolan Xavier Wells was an 18-year-old recent high school graduate from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, and an incoming wide receiver at Southwest Mississippi Community College. His death after a 4th of July trip to Horn Island has become a nationally followed case because investigators have not released a final cause and manner of death, while his family continues to seek additional answers.
Even though they're inconsistent, they have one consistent thing. It's Nolan's fault, guys. It's not our fault. Man, cut it out, man. The more you guys talk, the more y'all expose yourselves. Nolan Wells' grandfather, who by the way is a retiree in the Air Force, he proposed a question on Facebook. Now, he believes that Nolan Wells' body essentially was placed there because the discovery of the body doesn't make sense. He goes, too many unanswered questions. How can an island that was searched yesterday produce my grandson's body this morning? There's nothing right about this. Nolan Xavier Wells deserves the same things that people he knew and associated with will enjoy in life. This is very important right here. How was the island that was searched yesterday produce my grandson's body this morning?
We were not on the island, we were in the air.
And from your understanding, was the body again believed to be Noah? Was it found in the same area as where the 18-year-old was last seen?
As I appreciate it, was within close proximity to that northwest corner.
Answers. Who was Nolan Wells? Nolan Wells was 18 years old. He was a graduate of Ocean Springs High School, a football player who committed to continuing playing at Southwest Mississippi Community College. Family and coaches describe him as being outgoing and encouraging to others. Timeline of events. On Saturday, July 4th, 2026, Nolan traveled by private boat with his friends to Horn Island, a barrier island off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Authority says that he was last seen around 3 o'clock p.m. According to investigators, he did not return to the mainland with the group. His mother reported him missing later that night. On Sunday, July 5th, a lawyer search began involving Jackson County Sheriff's Office, a U.S. Coast Guard, National Park Service, Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, United Cajun Navy, and additional local agencies.
Let's slow that down for a second because that's deep. Now, there's been speculations on where the body was found. The grandfather and family said the body was found on an island on land, not in the water. It was found on land, on the island. Grandfather brings up the fact that, they had drones out on day one. They had a huge man team on day one. They had planes on day one. They had a lot. They had a lot of resources on day one. And by day one, we're talking about on July 5th, the following day. They were searching from like 6 a.m. to like the nighttime to find that body. So if they couldn't find it on day one, and they searched that entire island, they searched that entire body of water, all 15 miles, but the body just magically popped up the following day, it doesn't make sense at all to the family. Now, I'm no expert, so please, Brad, right? I'm no expert. I don't know about currents. I don't know about the body floating up. I don't know, right? It could very well be expected for the body to be underwater, then float back up and get washed up on shores due to the currents. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'll leave it up to you guys who know more about that stuff than me. But the family is saying it doesn't make sense and it's suspicious. Was that body placed there? Or was it always there? Or did it just wash up on shore? I don't know. But the family is very suspicious. Now, if you hear, like the captain, I guess, of the Cajun Navy, this is the group who, I guess, went out to search for Nolan and discover Nolan. They tell you how thoroughly of a job they did. They tell you how much resources were put into this from day one. So it's pretty improbable that they wouldn't find that body on that island quickly.
Can you walk us through the timeline from the moment that Nolan was reported missing?
Sure. So to the best of my knowledge, again, I didn't get a call till that next day. As I appreciate, late that evening, Nolan was on the beach. The vessel that he came with left, and from there, we don't know what happened. Right? Again, I'm just a volunteer. I'm running a volunteer operation. I'm not law enforcement. So what happened really isn't what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for searches that last location, and then specifics about the area or more specifics about the person. Of knowing that that northwest corner of Horn Island is what we call the last location. From there, we looked at the weather conditions, tidal conditions, wind conditions to come up with a plan, come up with a grid on what we could do. As within 30 to 45 minutes of when I got notification of him missing from the family and then from the mother, we had surface vessels, that's boats, that were in the area starting to search. We also had 2 drones that were in the air, as well as boots on the ground on the island doing a manual walk to look for Nolan there.
The United Cajun Navy is a Louisiana-based volunteer disaster response nonprofit that mobilized trained volunteers to assist with the search and resources operations, disaster relief, and humanitarian aid across the United States. It is registered as a 501c3 organization headquartered in Baton Rouge. Their volunteers respond to events such as hurricanes, floods, missing person searches, boating accidents, wildfires, tornadoes, major disasters. Depending on the mission, they may deploy airboats and shallow water rescue boats, swift water rescue teams, K9 search teams, drone operators, divers, medical personnel, veteran military and law enforcement volunteers, and logistics teams that distribute food, water, generators, and other supplies. How they became to be known. The Cajun Navy first gained national attention after Hurricane Katrina, when hundreds of Louisiana boat owners used their own boats to rescue thousands of stranded people. I remember this so vividly on TV. Over time, several organizations adapted the Cajun Navy name, with the United Cajun Navy becoming one of the largest organized nonprofit groups. In Nolan Wells' disappearance, the United Navy joined multiple agencies in search around Horn Island. They assisted alongside the U.S. Coast Guard, National Park Service, Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, Jackson County Sheriff's Office, and other local agencies. Their involvement was focused on search operations. The organization has not released any public statements suggesting foul play or disputing the official investigation. The role was to help locate Nolan. The organization's generally respected for quickly deploying volunteers when resources are stretched, though. Like many other volunteer-led disaster response groups, it has sometimes faced questions about coordination with government agencies during large-scale emergencies. It continues to work alongside local, state, and federal responders on many operations.
You see, bro, they call us conspiracy theorists. They call us all type of stuff when we ask questions. But now y'all see what asking questions get you? It started off as, man, we don't know what happened. We left. Nobody seen nothing. Nobody know what happened. We all hopped on our boats and left. He just disappeared out of nowhere. We don't know what happened. Now it's getting to, well, listen, man, don't tell nobody, bro, but like he was trying to swim towards the boat and he just went under. So y'all seen him trying to swim towards the boat and y'all let him drown, but I don't even believe that. I think the real story here, now we're getting the real story. Now we're getting the real story. I think the real story here is that boy was on that boat, an argument took place, they pushed that boy from off that boat, and they kept going. And if they did see him swimming towards the boat, it's because they pushed him off and he was swimming towards it trying to get on. This is straight up murder. They murdered that boy, man. Straight up. They murdered that boy. And that's if that's what happened. Listen, I still don't think that it's just that black and white or is that accidental. I don't think so, bruh. I think it's something much more nefarious. But if that's the story they're giving us now, think about it for a second, going away from him. And it took him drowning because he just got too tired after swimming for miles. This to me is starting to make sense. The more information that comes out, the more we're starting to piece this together.
The only problem I have with that story is that if the people in the boat knew he was trying to swim to it and they saw him getting carried off with the current, they would have known about it. They would have been able to react to it. Not only that, even if that wasn't the case, if he went into the water at all and became distressed, it was so crowded that day that it seems hard to believe that nobody would have noticed a distressed swimmer in the water. What I do know is that he went out there with a number of boys that has been his regular friend group since he was young. They were ready to leave at about 3 o'clock. They told him it's time to go. I was told he had started talking to a young lady and he wanted to hang back and keep talking to her, and that he would believe that he could get another ride.
Common sense will really help you work this out. Nolan was not the last person to leave the island. If he was the last person, they would have said, hey, we was all leaving. Like, we all was leaving and he was just staying around. He was just staying on the island and we don't know why he was just staying there, but he was just standing on the island and like we all left. He said he was gonna get a ride. But clearly he was not the last person to leave the island. He didn't drown alone. He didn't drown with nobody there to see. Because if that's the case, again, they would have said, oh yeah, he was the last person on the island. Like, oh, we were the last boat to leave the island. He was still there when we left. Someone would have came out and said that. So clearly that's not true. Clearly it's not. And if he would have drowned with everybody around, people would have seen it. What are you talking about? It was a packed island. Clearly what happened was that kid was on that boat. He was pushed off that boat and he tried to swim to the boat, but he just kept on sailing. And eventually, bro, he was too far out and he drowned.
So on Monday, July 6th, a National Park Service ranger discovered the body of the northwestern portion of Horn Island. A body near the northwestern portion of Horn Island. Dental records later confirmed it was Nolan Wells. What investigators have said publicly, I know that for a fact that Ben Crump got his body shortly after it was found and flew it to Washington, D.C. to have their own independent autopsy done by a medical examiner that is not on either side, so that they can get some answers regarding the cause of death. Because they feel like because there are judges, children's involved, and everybody has already lawyered up, they just want to make sure that it's not tainted or in any type of way compromised. At this stage of the investigation remains active. The current working theory is that Nolan likely drowned. They have repeatedly said they do not currently have evidence of foul play. They continue requesting original photos, videos, eyewitness statements, information about any altercations or any unusual activity on Horn Island that day. Now, he was involved into some type of physical altercation with some some people, they're said to be the people that he came with, which was supposed to be his best friends. But they have not been cooperating with the family in regards to getting photos and stuff like that. And they finally got his phone back. And it could have some damning information on it, but I don't really want to report on it until we have, concrete detail, because I don't want to be misreporting or giving any type of misinformation. There are a few factors that have driven widespread discussion on social media regarding the conflicting accounts. According to attorney Benjamin Crump, some witness accounts differ regarding whether Nolan intended to remain on the island or expected to leave with the group he arrived with. Law enforcement has not publicly confirmed those differing accounts. Investigators have acknowledged that they are reviewing a video circulating online that reportedly shows an argument on Hard Island. Authorities have not publicly confirmed who appeared in the video, whether it is authentic, or whether it is connected to Nolan's death. Ben Crump has publicly stated that Nolan's phone was reportedly returned after his friends had possession of it, and that some messages have been missing. Those claims are part of the family's concerns. Law enforcement has not publicly verified those allegations. Ben Crump's involvement. On July 7th, Nolan's family retained attorney Benjamin Crump. The legal team has announced that they are seeking a transparent investigation, complete witness statements, all investigative records, and an independent review of the circumstances surrounding Nolan's death. As of today, the family has also requested the independent autopsy, saying that they believe that all the unanswered questions about the official investigation. So they have a lot of unanswered questions about the investigation, so they want to take the body over. What's confirmed? Nolan went to Hard Island on July 4th. He was reported missing that night. The body was found on July 6th. The investigation remains open. Authorities suspect drowning, but have not released a final autopsy or toxicology findings. Officials continue asking for witness and evidence. What's not confirmed? There's a significant speculation online, but none of the following have been confirmed by investigators. That Nolan was murdered, that anyone assaulted him, that the confrontation video depicts the events leading up to his death, that racial motivation was involved, that any friends has been named as suspect, or that criminal charges are imminent. Because the autopsy, toxicology report, and digital evidence reviews are still pending, many key questions remain unanswered. I just want to say personally that the racial tensions in this country is at an all-time high right now. I am so scared of what's going to happen, but we kind of already can see where this is going. And with that being said, I just hope and pray that our country doesn't get burned down to the ground due to people with propaganda and agendas to do such. I don't think that none of this is happenstance. I feel like a lot of this stuff has really gotten very out of control since the eye went away. And I don't think that that's going to change. I think it's only going to get worse. And I just kind of wish that it wouldn't go this way, but we are in it now. We're deep in it, and there's nothing that we can do about it at this point. All we can do is pray and hope that God saves us from whatever this may be or whatever is happening. But if there's more information, as more information comes forward, I will update you.
They had boats to check the water. They had planes to check the area. They had manual walkers. They had drones. And that body was nowhere in sight on day one. Day two, the body is now in sight. Now, again, I do want to be clear. I'm not saying the people who were searching did anything wrong, because no, those are superheroes. They did their job. I'm saying was the body moved? Was people in possession of that body? People who probably killed Nolan. And then once they realized, bro, like, it's too hot to hold onto his body, they came back and dropped the body off. Because it doesn't make sense, bro. Now, I'm no expert on tidal waves or waves. I'm just not. So, again, I'm leaving out the possibility that there is a chance the body would have washed up on shore after a couple of days. But the last known location being the northeast, the body goes in the water and then comes back to the exact same location. I don't know. That don't make sense to me. I would think, like, if it goes in the water, it'll probably go off elsewhere, right? And wash up somewhere else. It wouldn't wash up back in the same location that they claimed the body, that they claimed his life. Like, I don't know, bro. It's just weird. Now, here's the part that gets really spooky and really weird, right? There's a new theory now. Yo, did y'all know that people that were there now have a new explanation as to how Nolan might have went missing? Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. They're coming up with every creative excuse other than, yeah, we killed that boy.
The United Cajun Navy. They're a volunteer group who helps search for Nolan, but they also say that they have questions too. Let's listen.
I was told that there was a boat he thought he was going to get on that was leaving and that he might have been trying to swim to it.
Thank you so much for your time and support, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for making it to the end of this video. Yeah, be easy. I say dangerous, right?